Right, hello everyone, how are you doing? We're starting off in cam mode because I left the server to try and log back in and it's having a hissy fit and won't let me log back in. So you get to look at my ugly mug all up close and personal, completely unshaven and everything. Looking very, very, well, I wouldn't say rugged because that'd be a bit of an understatement, but here we are. How are you doing? Nice to see people tonight. It feels a while since I streamed, but of course skipping one normal stream makes it feel like it's a bit while since I'd last streamed. It's really good England. Gosh. Anyhow, how are we all? Charlie boy, nice to see you. Hello Chinook. Been chatting in Discord. Of course, as per last week, if you want to jump into Discord and have a laugh and listen to the fellas and lasses, if there is any lasses, feel free. It's a bit of a laugh. Outdoor Nut, how you doing? Good to see you. Wronger64, welcome along. Lone Star Farmer. Right. I can see the service. That's a bit of a start. How are you, Lone Star? Nice to see you. Yos, and what day is it? It doesn't matter what day it is, I'm live. That's all that matters for you. So just remember that. Bontemand, hello. John Boy, hello as well. Hope you're doing well. Right, we're loading in. Well, I hope we're loading in. We've got a loading screen. Look. It's a start. It's not even going to show you the loading screen. What is going on? Everything's broken tonight. It was working before. Oh, look, we'll do it this way. There you go. Look, it's loading. I can cheat. But anyhow, we'll do that one. Mr. Straight Drunk, how are you? Good to have you here. Bruce, welcome along. Nice to have you here, all the way from Taupo, New Zealand. Good to see you. Toiba, nice to have you back, mate. It's been good to see you enjoying the Valley of the Old Farm. If anyone's interested and wants to get into the Valley of the Old Farm on a multiplayer server, we had a huge amount of fun for that for FS19, and our good friend Legion has set up a new server, kind of a very preliminary, well not preliminary, but it's very start from scratchy type server. So if you're keen, go and jump in and join in. It'll be a lot of fun, and we'll certainly be doing some streams on that at some stage. Mrs. Professor, good to see you again. 2 months a member. Thank you very much for your memberships. Pleasure to have you here. Hope you are well. Hope you are doing well. Hey, Mark. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for the shout on the map. If anyone hasn't seen Bower Brown's map, what have I written it down here somewhere? Rocky Mountain Reserve. FSG is going to be streaming from it tomorrow, so go and check that out. It looks impressive for a first map. But Bower Brown is on YouTube and does some fantastic map making tutorials. If anyone's interested in getting into map making and wanting to know what to do, his are some of the best out there for a relatively newcomer to YouTube and doing those kind of things. He's got some really informative stuff, so juggle that with some of the old school other players. Go and check it out. Fat Rat, how you doing? Good to see you. Ghetto Pirate, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Right, what are we doing? We're stuck at 65% loading. Let's see if we go to that screen. No, that one's still not working. There you go, you can see that. But good morning from the UK. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. 30 minutes later we're on. Yeah, that's right. We were all excited about cotton harvest. We've just gone and lined up a whole lot of cotton harvesters and everything like that. And getting ready to go. And I shouldn't have left. I left because we had rain without rain and it was annoying me. So I thought I'd reload the server. Serves me right. Serves me right. Hey Jason, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Been a while. I went looking for a delayed view of Sundays to find there was nothing there. No, there was nothing there on Sunday. We were up nice and early for a football tournament, which, pleased to say, my boys went through and won. Went through the day unbeaten, didn't concede a goal, and played some good football, which is the more important thing. So pretty proud of that. Pretty pleased to see they've started off that season, and then we get our first game this Saturday. Is up against the team that we beat in the final, so it's a bit of a grudge match. And they'll be out for redemption, so I'm interested to see how it goes. Hey, that is a great start, Lone Star. It is a great start, but look, I can press start, and we can start. And here we are. Right, let's go and find these guys. I was going to say, please don't tell me you're not going to work, but there it is. All right. Now, here we are. Got the crew lined up. Yaron, Bovine, Chinook, and Mr. Hanson in here today, and we are into cotton. So I normally start off by taking a little bit of a look at our status on our 10 million litre challenge. So there we go. All the staple ones there that we've had completed for quite a long time: the wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum. Now, if you remember, we were doing the sunflowers last week, and I guesstimated about 5 million litres out of that field. So we got 4.444, which is pretty impressive. So almost halfway through sunflowers just off that one field, which was field 15. Now, field 15, for reference, is 288 hectares. And we've got sunflowers down here in 22, which is 392. So some rudimentary maths tells me that this is about 30% bigger. So if we get 30% more than 4.4 million, 440,000 times 3, carry the 1, 1.2 plus 4.4 is going to give us 5.6. So I reckon they're going to go pretty close on that field to getting our 10 million litres, which would be good. You're on, how you doing, mate? Good to have you here. Good to have you on the server. That's the backyard Wi-Fi. That'll be it, Thomas. That'll be it, Thomas. First time watching. Well, Ghetto Pirate, thank you very much for persevering through those first 7 minutes of nothingness. But we are going to jump into a harvester and get started. Well, I'm going to. Don't know what that's going to happen. Not sure if it was really the best one for you to... best way to start off, but here we are. We will get going. Nice to have you here. Pleasure to make your acquaintance and have your company. Now, let's have a look. This field's a bit of an awkward shape, but we should really go with the rows. So being cotton, I'm just going to go straight down it, and we'll set up a GPS course and then others can use it. So the other thing we've got is our nice speedy harvester add-ons, which makes things a little bit better. So let's have a look here. Let's see. Here we go. Right, let's see if we can get some GPS set up here. Alright, there's our A. And there's an E. And there we go. We're going. And hit an R. And we should, if we turn our lines on, be able to see the blue there just behind the header. So that's perfect. So let's see. Which field are we in? Field 4. So let's go and create a 4 cotton. Add that. And I'm sure they're all watching, so if they want 4, they can use 4 for cotton. See if it works. Perfect. Happy days. Right, so we're harvesting. We've started our cotton, which is very nice. Very nice. Sounds like it was a good Sunday, Jason. Was very good. It was nice to get a good start. It's actually the same tournament, well, for last year when the boys were only 11th grade. This year they're 12th grade, so it's under 12s. But last year for the under 11s, they had the tournament on in August. And of course August for us is the middle of winter, and it sucked. It was cold, it was wet. This was much nicer, much more palatable conditions for us softies. Chinook looks ready to go. Alright, let's have a look. We have got a line up of cotton harvesters. Should we wait and let them get a bit closer? Make for a good flying formation. No worries, you're making breakfast while we're watching. What's for breakfast, Ghetto Pirate? Are you a hot breakfast person? Cereal, toast? Maybe a protein shake or something like that? No lies, my 9-year-old gets up and most mornings he will either make himself a smoothie or he will be into making an omelette. He loves it. Does mean you get through a lot of milk, but bacon and sausage, meat and meat, I like it. Perfect. Alright, as you can tell, looking back down there, Chinook's not using GPS, so he's completely ruined it for all of us. Look, those poor guys were having to listen to me. I've muted myself now so they don't have to listen to me in Discord. Bacon and sausage, meat and meat. Perfect. That is a good breakfast. So cotton is one we are pretty low on actually. If I go back to our time-saving stock check, have a look. We've done some. We've done 2.2 million litres. We did have one field, so quite a way to go there. Obviously the other ones we need to fill are just these two, soybeans and sunflowers, are the two main ones. And like I said, if my maths is correct, sunflowers is just about there. And I think we've got a field of soybeans somewhere. Probably a few fields of soybeans. Looks like 7 is. Oh, what on earth is? Who's going flying this time? There's something flying around the map. It's like a game of Pong. Look at this. It's like a game of Pong. Alright, I must have automatic drop off, drop turned on, and Chinook doesn't. Yes, I do. Trying to finish up some harvesting on Edgewater before I head off to bed in a short bit. Nice, Leinster. Do you know, I haven't played Edgewater yet. I'm kind of not ignored it, but you know, obviously been focused on other things. But really keen to have a go at some stage, especially with the swathing and things like that. I loved the swathing when I did it in 19 here on this map. It was a lot of fun. So. Salah, hello, welcome along. You're new to the channel. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. Salah, nice to see you. Hope you are having a great day wherever you are. Soon AI worker will swath. Oh, looks like Yoss is giving us a little bit of a sneak preview as to what is coming for his swathing mods and that he's been working with BC Bulon. Is that through your mod, Yoss? I'm gonna take a headland off this into it properly. Oh goodness. Move across. We're missing a whole strip. I won't hear the end of that. Good channel to be on, really neat people and owner. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you, mate. Honestly, it's the people that make the channel. I just provide a platform and bring you guys all together. And it's nice to be able to share that with you. You harvested field 4 sugar beet the other day, got 19 million litres. So you reckon field 4? Oh, we're in field 4. Look at that. Oh, we could do field 4. Do half of field 4. We could do sugar beets across. Get yourself another drink, Chinook. You're from Oman. Well, welcome along. It's nice to have you here. That's the thing that appealed to me most about it, Jason, is you actually had to, you know, but the shape of the fields meant that you probably had to do a lot of it yourself. It's a good map. It's made you drive machinery again instead of AI. That's what I just read. That's pretty cool. Very cool. Thierry, bonjour to you. Welcome along. Nice to have you here as well. So it's an add-on and Edgewater. Nice. Wow, Sham, how are you? Welcome to the stream as well. If you don't mind me asking, what is your PC spec? I wanted to play on these larger maps but could never find anything. Do you know what? You're very fortunate because I've been looking at my PC specs quite a bit in the last few days. I am running a i7 10700 processor with, I've only got 16 gig of RAM, which is why I've been looking at it because I have just ordered 32 gig to replace that with today, and an RTX 3070 is what I have. So nothing earth-shattering, but certainly runs everything just fine. And yeah, you can get into these big maps. So how am I and where am I from? I'm from New Zealand, Salah. coming to you live from the great country of New Zealand, where it is currently 9:15 in the evening. Courseplay works well with swathing. Nice. Yeah, I'd have to try that out. The only thing with those maps, and that maps Edgewater, just Courseplay just doesn't look like it'd be very friendly with the size of them. I had a whole lot of fun. That first field I harvested on UMRV for my roleplay series was a silly awkward field to do in Courseplay. Didn't like that. Right, Chinook, thank you very much for those gifted memberships, my friend. You are very generous. Bruce, Tim 10, Kartik Farm Sim, Bob, and Wildlife Designer. So I know 4 of those 5 names. Wildlife Designer is a new one, but welcome, Wildlife Designer. And congrats, or thank you. Congrats to me. Thank you to Chinook for those. Always room for one more. Steel, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, jump on in. Jump on in. Nice. The GPU is nice. I can't justify. I'd love to get a 40 series. You saw me on UK Gamers 808 Discourse. Thought I'd have a look. Oh, that's good to hear. It's always interesting to hear where people find the channel from. Pretty chilled vibe here, Ghetto. We're have a bit of fun. Multiplayer servers, we've got this one which we've been running a 10 million litre challenge on, so that's why I keep on talking about it. So basically right at the start, the challenge arose because that was the capacity the silos had by default. So I set everyone a challenge to that. To fill basically the challenge was to fill the silos, and then we added in straw, cotton, and we've done silage as well. So we've kind of, what do I call them? They're kind of, oh gosh, stretch targets, stretch goals. Sound like it's a business. You guys do really well. We'll stretch to these goals. But yeah, slow down a little bit while we're trying to get our GPS line. But it's been fun. It's given a reason to come in here and do things. To get those 10 million litres instead of just aimlessly or just seeing how far we can go. So if you have a look back where we were, have a look there. We've got $114 million worth of product sitting in silos. Yeah, dried corn down there as well. Lots of it all. So it's good. Ah, here comes Steelhorse. Shame there's no 16x maps on PS5. You'd be happy with a 4x map. Yeah, I know Giants have been doing some work testing some maps to see how they'd behave on console, some larger maps. I'd dearly love that. That was the one thing I really hoped was going to be their big point of difference from 19 to 22 was that 4x maps on console. I started playing on console. A lot of people know that, but my first experiences at Farm Sim 19 were on PS4. And, to this day, I still play with a PS4 controller. Just because it's what I'm so familiar with. Don't get too excited. No, they have been testing. I know they've had some maps on, but at the moment there's some limitations that won't go any further that I know of. But hey, you never say never. So I was going to look, I've popped another little, not that it matters if we're not going to drive in the crops, but this week, round 4, logging lead brought to you by Thrustmaster. No one's driving in the crops, but yeah, that's this weekend. I'm looking forward to it actually. I'm quite excited. I've been going through editing our highlights video, which is a little bit late, but will be coming out for anyone who hasn't seen last week. You guys, let Steelhorse know what you want him to do. Let's have a look. Another cotton harvester. know what to do. You never awake on a Sunday morning, Thomas. Well, this is a reason to wake up. It's not even early, look. Look at that. 8 AM New Zealand time. It's not even that early on a Sunday. There's a 15 Central US and 9 PM UK. For that. And we're at round 4, so we're getting to the pointy end. We're starting to see the cream rise. And we're actually going to have a bit of a chat and make some... Oh, look. We've got laggy bales. Make a little bit of an announcement and clarify how the final is going to work. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, it's a tricky bale that came back. Didn't like me. People like you that's holding things back, should I go to a PS5? Now you can get them. It's Giant's decision to support past gen consoles. They could have completely just decided, let's not develop for PS4, Xbox One, Xbox, I can't remember, I never remember the Xboxes, but they could have made that decision, but they chose to, and which makes sense. I think it's about 50-50 console and PC players, and I think if you looked at the stats, you'd probably find that 80% of console players when 22 came out was still on PS4, so it'd be silly to cut that much of their market out. Just drop the PS4 as PS5 can easily handle 4x, but money is what it's all about. It's exactly right. Exactly right, Ghetto. There we go. I flung the bale off. Get rid of it. Didn't like that bale. Give it the flick. You'll say there's an 8 AM on Sunday morning. There is 6 AM for Australia. I know, Jason. That is the one. That is the one market that we really don't have tapped in perfectly. But only PS5 players want PS4 support dropped. You're very correct, yes. Very correct. Raymond, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Evening, Argsy and all. Been playing this map single player and a lot of course playing auto drive help, but getting 10 frames per second on 1080 at 4K would dearly love an RTX 3080. What are we looking at the moment? Let's look. You know, 34, 35. We'll look if we look that way. A little bit of a drop that way because that's where all our equipment and things are, but it's not too bad, is it? When you look into the body of the map, but this way we're so close to the back boundary, it's much better. It's not bad. It's manageable, isn't it? You couldn't get PS5s when 22 released, Jason. Yeah. When did I was fortunate enough to pre-order a PS5 and got it on day one, but I know it took a lot of people a while to go and get in, I think. Alright. Just a fresh reminder for anyone who wants to laugh, go and jump in Discord. Join the voice chat and listen to what these chaps are talking about. It's quite funny. It's not really stream safe, or not stream safe without a warning put on it, should I say. John, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Family are well. The family are doing great, thank you. Family are doing well. It's actually my, it was my niece's birthday on Monday. It's Dad's birthday today, so we've been down and had a drink with them this evening, which is nice. Well, interesting looking at the yield. We're not getting the highest yield on this. Where are we? Oh, we are in some pretty poor soils. We hit the pH was good. Nitrogen, I'm assuming nitrogen's what cotton wanted. Certainly sucking it out. You can see the yield. Yield's good through that part. We're just getting into this bad bit now, so. Hey, Mr. Dazed, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, man. Doing well, thank you. I'm winning at life. Well, I feel like I am anyhow, so. Doing good. I mean, when I say winning at life, I'm horribly exhausted because I'm trying to do too much, but other than that, things are good. Is it me, but does the occlusion culling 22 feature not seem to work? Even if I put all machinery in a shed and look that way from a long way away, it crushes the FPS. Is it a base game shed, Raymond, or not? If it's a modded shed, you've got to make sure that the modder actually put the occlusion culling in there. So actually, I think they have to model a box basically and tell the model what part can't be seen. So it could possibly be that. It's the bushel plus thing we had on the back of the combines to increase the yield. It was outside the edge of the map and I tried to reset it to the back to the store earlier on, and it's obviously just flying. You could sell it or get rid of it because they're not worth much. Hey Elsinore, how you doing? Great to see you. Don't know if I've ever been called Sir Argsy before, but I'll take it. Whether it's appropriate or not. I get Mr. Argsy for king, thank you Bovon. Sir Argsy. Better too much than too little, I suppose. I'm not bad. Life's been chaotic as usual on laptops hanging by a thread. You know, it's probably not the best place to hang it because if it falls down it'll break. But yeah, you are right. Yeah, better than twiddling your thumbs. I just got to try and not jam so much and not be quite so precious about trying to get everything done when I need to. Come down to Field 4. Can you make it to Field 4? Where is 6? Come all the way to us. Come and join us. Oh no, 6 is ready. What's happened to 6? It's all advanced. I think our advance and growth might have advanced everything. We're a long way ahead. Is it? Oh, maybe it's the map hasn't synced in properly. Oh well. Wow, sham. Hopefully they make FS24 a hybrid model where a PS4 Xbox One can use normal size maps and the Xbox can use large maps, considering FS2 realised 1 year after PS4. Yeah, so it's interesting actually because there's some maps like the 2X version of Western Australia which couldn't be played on PS4, so they did actually lock that. So there's actually nothing stopping them now from making maps hybrid. From what I understand, from using Western Aussie 2X as an example, they made that PS5 only. So why can't they do that elsewhere? That's the question. Oh, hang on. Look at the quiz. Quiz is coming up soon. And there we go. Quiz is coming up soon. I was just hiding Bovine there from driving in the crop because I think he was a little bit drunk. But someone flying out of Oz, yeah. That way not excluding last gen but still using it. I agree. We'll see. Don't think it can break much more. I no longer have any key after number 6, so deleting things has become tricky. Please tell me you've got a keyboard you can plug in and use. Cheers everyone. World Whiskey Day is coming up on the 20th of May. in a couple of weeks. So don't miss out. Don't think they want to do that as it'll become confusing for the marketing. Absolutely. I can see that too, Dazed, but it would be good if they did it. So it looks like it's the automatic. Oh. So where is my bale? Have I dropped it off or not? It dropped, but now I've still got one on the back. Kind of confused. But I've still got one graphically. Who knows? By the time the new FS comes out, I think it'll be fine to drop the old Genka. Absolutely, Dazed. Well, the speed they're talking about, PlayStation 6 and all those kind of things. What Rockstar did with GTA 5, yeah, some games have done it, haven't they? I think the difference is it's the mods and the fact we've got such a active modding community that could be the issue. I don't know. Not sure. I'll tell you what, we're chopping through this. Am I in Scotland for Whiskey Day? When's Scottish? Is there a Scottish Whiskey Day? Dazed? Please tell me there is and I'm in Scotland for it. Scottish Whiskey Day. Let's have a look. What does Google have? Yeah, I mean every day is Whiskey Day in Scotland though, isn't it? International Scotch Day on the 8th of February. National Scotch Day on July the 27th. Is that in Scotland? Anyhow, I'm not there on July 27th anyhow. I will be in Scotland on probably either the 26th or 27th of June until the 30th of June. Got to take the customer support into it. You do, absolute Lone Star. Yeah, there's a certain level of simplicity that having everything kind of the way they do now. I mean, I put it this way: from a PC player, be grateful that they didn't completely lock down the mods. That the only way you can install mods is through ModHub. Imagine that. Can you imagine? You got no idea. You don't drink any more vehicle. Yeah, cool. We'll have to try and catch up for a water, Dazed, when I am over there. Did you get stuck in that officer's mess again, James? Hey, how are you, buddy? Hey, morning disturbed, how are you, man? Be painful if it's just ModHub. Would it what? Could you imagine the uproar? Yeah, we've decided to simplify the modding process by only allowing mods to be approved through ModHub. And you can't install them any other way. Nuke the like button, everyone. Yeah, good reminder, Chinook. I've been meaning to say that. If you're enjoying things, make sure you hit a thumbs up there on the stream. Much appreciated. There's plenty of other ways you can support as well, but that's my favourite one. What will be planted once all the cotton is off? Excuse me, my eyes are a bit itchy. I don't actually know. We don't actually need anything. We've got sunflowers planted. We don't actually need anything. I mean, we've only done 339 litres of honey, but that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I'm doing well, Disturbed. Doing well, bud. I live in the dream. Just no. I know, Thomas. I know. But I'm just suggesting how much worse it could be. Water, how daring. About to finish up your stuff this month, so I should be free new projects. I mean, cool, man. Yeah, that'd be good. I've been giving this whole hardcore multiplayer server a bit more thought. Should have just jumped in and done one by now. We're probably just about 3 first season. Now, fingers crossed this is an autosave lag. Hopefully we're not going to get thrown out of the server. Well, the fact that my ping to the server is not fluctuating at all, it is stuck on 87. I think we are about to say goodbye to West Australia. Bacon and sausage is already back in 5. Enjoy, ghetto. Not this time, actually been home most of the day. Spent the morning up at the range putting a few rounds down for our annual qual, then home to sort some stuff out for a trip to Wellington. Nice. I can turn it on and off. I think you might be right, Dazed. That's proper broke. Can we all see each other? Where are you guys? No, yeah, someone's down in this harvester. No, your triangle disappeared when you hopped out. Suffering from success. Nothing. Well, this does not look very good. FSG has sabotaged my string, you reckon? Harvest is going to be in the tree. It will be. Well, this is a bit of a downer, isn't it? Right. I am going to quit. Let's escape out of there and see what happens. Did it tell you that I left the server? So the server's still awake enough to know that I left it, but it wasn't actually doing anything. You gotta run days, try and be back a bit more often now that things are settled a bit. Enjoy resurrecting the server, get the defib ready. Yeah, you're not wrong, mate, not wrong. Good to see you though, mate. Nice to have you pop in. Hey Waylon, how you doing? You tuned in just in time to see us having to very quickly go backwards. So, there you go, you can have my ugly mug for just a little bit. So, my question then is everyone going to leave? Let's go back in and see if we can join. Alright, so it's reporting, I'm just looking at Discord, it's reporting everyone leaving. And it's still showing us up. Let's see what happens if we join it. See what happens. I'm assuming it's going to be an issue. Now's the time to play a Jeep auto ad. Shh. Raymond, shush. I think the server got changed over just the other day. I'm joking. I'm joking. You blamed DJ before you blamed FSG, Arsenal. If all the equipment's dirty when you get back in, then you definitely know who did it. That's right. That's right. Just a cyber attack has taken out all the heavy equipment. Oh, goodness. So, while we're talking about it, the Great Farm Sim Quiz First Edition is coming soon. That is going to be next weekend. So Logging League, which we'll look at first. There you go. Logging League this weekend, Saturday the 6th of May, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. UK time, and 8 a.m. New Zealand time on Sunday. So that's Logging League on this weekend. The following weekend, we're going to be running our quiz. So that will be probably about the same time, so maybe an hour earlier. But we're going to be doing that. So hopefully we can get lots of you joining, because that'll be fun. I've got all the questions bar 3 or 4 still to sort out, but everything else is pretty much good to go. Quiz on Mother's Day. It will be Mother's Day, Steelhorse. Very true. Very true. Well, it'll be Mother's Day for us in New Zealand and Australia. I don't think anyone else in the world celebrates Mother's Day on the same weekend. Correct me if I'm wrong. It will be Sunday. It'll be Mother's Day for New Zealand and Australia, but it'll still be Saturday everywhere else too. Put the TVNZ Kiwi up. Do you reckon I can find it, Thomas? Let's have a look. TVNZ Kiwi. This used to play. This used to play at the end of TV every night in New Zealand. Let's see if I can show it to you. This is Goodnight Kiwi. Used to play at the end of TV. Oh, you won't get the audio. Oh no, you can. Every night at the end of the TV, when TV didn't go 24/7, used to get out Goodnight Kiwi. Shut things down. Puts out his milk jar, takes the cat out. He goes all the way up the elevator, up to his TV dish, decides to sleep in there. Anyone who tunes in now is going to be going, what has this got to do with Farming Simulator?
It's Good Night from Channel 2.
It's Good Night from TV2. That is Goodnight Kiwi. Oh, something's still playing in the background. Go away. Right, we're syncing data with other players, so we might be getting there. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's a good point, Mrs. Professor. I'm sure. Perhaps it's daylight savings time. I'm pretty sure we checked and that was what the times were going to be. But let's just have a look. World clock. Central Standard's 16 hours behind me, so 8 AM. 16 hours. 8 AM will be 2. Did I say 2 or 3? What time do we have on that? Yeah, okay, so we might have that one wrong. Ooh, we'll check that. We will check that. You didn't know about this till I watched Boy. So Boy's a good movie. Anyone who hasn't watched that, that's a Kiwi reference as well. It was a movie. So there we go. Legion popped in and said, "This is not farming." Make you fall asleep, Welsham. It's 10 PM. Do you know where your kids are? Hey, Fuss Farms, how you doing? It's a wild intro. It's craziness. It is. Our server died. We're trying to figure out what's happened with our server. So we're trying to get back in and see if we can play or not. See, Argsy's finally lost the plot. We finally lost the plot, Legion. I was working on that ages ago. Hey, Mike. Good to see you. Before the 2200 kids question, there used to be shutdowns and colour bars, then morning national anthem playing. Funny. Well, it's 6 AM for you, fuss farmer. MI, is that? That's Michigan. Michigan? Am I correct? Please tell me I'm correct. Your troubles must be some interference by FSG's mate Jeb. Clearly he was behind FSG's helicopter to crash. Now he's on to you in Western Australia. Oh goodness. Hey Alex, good to see you, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. How's things on the west coast? You getting wet? Who didn't pay the bill? I don't know. I think this is Chinook server. We'll sack him. So yeah, for 4:45 AM CST at 9:45. So if I go 8:45, will be 3. No, it must be right. Oh, yeah, I don't know, Alison. I'm confused. Just commenting on the cattle farm video by the feed mix for 38k, I think it's it. Oh, nice. Thanks, man. I will sort that out. Computer says no. Plot was lost a long time ago. I'll tell you what, if it says no, if we can't get in now, I'm going to jump over and we're going to go and join the Valley of the Old Farm server. If I've got all the mods installed. Hopefully I do. Have you changed any mods lately, Legion? I'll go and jump in there and we'll have a look around. We're stuck at 99 and 28 and we're not going anywhere. Gonna sing the Doom song. Dum dum dum. Stuck. I think you're probably right, George. I think we're proper stuck. Too many trying to, yeah, you're probably right too there, Legion. Right, well let's have a look here. Let us do this. I think only way out of that is to crash farm some. Let's go and see if I can get into the Valley of the Old Farm. We'll take a look at that. Right, we'll see what happens. No worries, Fuss Farms. Good to see you, mate. Have a good day. Getting pretty wet rain all this week, I think. I was in Wire last weekend for a trail that was nice. How's weather at yours? It started raining about 3 this afternoon, but not too much. We've been pretty lucky so far. Dodged it all. Right, time to reboot the server. Yes, indeed, Mark. I think Chinook's just doing that now. Let's go and have a look at the Valley of the Old Farm while we're waiting. What am I missing, Legion? Let's have a look. The brittle. Is that all? Look, New Zealand fertilizer pack. Yay! Animal food overview. Realism add-on grazing. Now what's the best way to do this? I think realism add-on, animal food add-on is there, that one's there, that one's there. And then let's see if I can find the brittle. Right, download the mods. Brittle FS. Why can't I see that? I didn't see it in the server list. Oh no, there it is. Download. Right. Back out of there, quit, find my mods, and we'll be back in just a second. Right. Has anyone seen, actually, I'm going to show you guys this because I think it's fantastic. Look at this. Oops. This screen. FSG Mod Assistant. Now, since it's updated, you can go in here and let's say the Valley of the Old Farm server, we can go to edit folders. And you should be able to see stuff. I'm trying to show you this. Yeah, so the Valley of the Old Farm multiplayer server, you can go in here and edit folder details. And it saves your player name, your server name, and the server password, server website, all of that info. So every time, like West Aussie, edit folder, I don't have that set up properly for West Aussie at the moment. But it's really cool, it's handy, so you don't have to go through and remember all of your server password and logins and all those kind of things. It makes things so much easier. So good. Alright, let's see if we can get on the Valley of the Old Farm and have a look. Hamilton dodged most of it, unlike Whakatane. Yeah, it's all Whakatane. Space and download from Giants Direct should be okay. I think we should be good now, Legend. Was the first play? No, sorry, Jason, it wasn't. I couldn't get it all platforms because it was branded. And to be honest, I didn't even try. Didn't even bother. If I knew, well, my father-in-law used to work for Balance. If I had a contact, if he still had some contacts there or he still worked there, I might have tried to go through their marketing people and see if we could get it to work, but you're in Huron County. Ah, Huron County. Oh, nice. Map up that way, isn't there? Have you played the Huron County map? Cross Farms? So if anyone watched this map in FS 2019, we pretty much cleared the whole back of that yard out. Or when I say we, I hardly did any of it, I just turned up. But all of the stuff out here was just cleared and we just had these huge sheds and everything like that. So let's go and have a look. Hatoiba is here, so Hatoiba's in chat. Let's go and have a bit of a look around because I haven't been on Valley of the Old Farm yet. So we've got a farm, $376,000. Let's have a look at see what we own before we go any further. Got a field up there. Obviously the main farm, a couple of fields out the back. What's that? That's the pigs. So pigs down there in a field next to the pigs as well. Now, when we did this in 19, pretty much that whole hillside there got cleared out, and then if I remember correctly, pretty much all of this forest here got all cleared out and made into a big yard. It was massive. So much time spent on this. But such a beautiful map. If anyone has seen, this has got bale storage up here. Oh, there you go. We've got all the bales up there. But that uses the new Giants bale store, so you can come and put your bales down. I think there's a trigger down here somewhere. Dump them in. Pretty cool. Yeah. Such a nice map though. You can go up the side there. There's the silos. You can drive through silo there. The silage bunkers and silage pits fascinated me. I thought they were really cool. Somewhere over here, come over the lever, activate that. Pops the ramp up. Actually, this has changed. I think this was more of a concrete ramp last time. Used to be able to back up to that and then dump straight into the bunker. Do the same on this one as well. Well, that was pretty cool. Be awesome to see some New Zealand mods and maps around as well. Indeed, Alex, I agree. Off to bed, Mrs. Professor. Hopefully you're able to get things working. Where do you get that mod assistant mod? So that is from the farmsomegame.com. I think we'll give you a link to that. I did a video on it quite some time ago. Mrs. Professor. It's worth checking out, but I'm pretty sure that's where it is. So the dairy farm in here, cows and things. Don't know if we've got any, probably not. Doesn't look like it. We get things sorted before we go anything. But as Legend just said, there is an update coming for the map and it's going to require a new save, so sounds like we're just boxing on and doing a few things before getting too carried away. Let's have a look. I'm intrigued now. I'm not, I haven't just joined a farm. So, what equipment have they got here? There's quite a bit. Look at that collection already. A couple of fences here. Class Dominator, a little front loader. Everyone needs a Land Rover on their farm. And good collection of stuff there. Not bad for a starting point. You got a few cows. Where are they hiding? Can't see any. Are they in a different, Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's a few cows, a few chickens, a few sheep. Mark's always AFK. Yeah, catch you next week too, Thomas. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Nice to see you. Hey, Jake, New Zealand maps would be cool to have to go there IRL some point. It'd be nice to have some New Zealand maps, I agree. So let's have a look. What is Hotoiba doing at the moment? Like he's over here. Oh, they got a John Deere as well. Let's go and have a look. Oh, this must be a contract. Contract? Yeah. Here we go. It's just about to be finished, its contract by the looks of things. It's a laver, laver, not a lever. That's what I want to call it, Mike. Thank you. Don't you come in here and tell me how to speak England. Hey, Seraph. First time catching me live. Hello from Canada at 5:36 AM. Well, welcome along. Nice to have you too. It's actually been cool. I've enjoyed tonight. It's been, apart from the disruption with the servers and everything, it's been cool to have quite a few new viewers or people who've said it's first time catching me live. So thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate having you guys here. Farmsome got you into tractors, George, and now I've driven a tractor for 3 maize harvests in New Zealand. Nice. What part of New Zealand, George? That's pretty cool. You've seen one based on somewhere in the Hawke's Bay area, James. Yeah, there's there's one called Hawke's Bay, which Kaz did, which I'm not going to be derogatory or anything about it, but it doesn't really give a New Zealand vibe to me. It's named after a New Zealand place, but to me it's not a New Zealand map, personally. He does good maps though, so I'm sure it's good, but in terms of actually being a Kiwi map, I don't think it's that much of a Kiwi map. Are we bailing this? Are we bailing and keeping straw on contracts? Are we? Well, I can go and find a baler. There's a 900C or something, isn't there? There we go. Let's have a look. Is there a baler on the back of this? Nope. 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 Did I see the baler up the back here? Have a look. Hello. Well, I'm pleased I left because it sounds like the guys are still having issues. Is this one of the new fence? This is one of the ones that came in the latest update. I haven't used these yet. This will be fun. Give that a try. Pretty sure it's called Kiwi Farm. Yeah, cheers, Mike. Pleasure having you here, mate. As always, hopefully see you on this server at some stage. Anyone wants to join the server? Yeah, absolutely. As Legion said, anyone else who wants to join this server, absolutely feel free to jump on at any stage. The more people, the merrier. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes these evenings fun, is just having a handful of guys on, handful of people, players, whatever you guys want to all be called. Just chatting, and I know, when it's not a stream, there's still plenty of people around playing. So yeah, get in there, have some fun. Right. Orientate myself. We are there. He's down there. Let's go the whole way around the back. Up in Northland, my friend's dad has a contracting business, and I ended up going for rides with my friend. Then all of a sudden, I was on my own rig. Nice. So, what was your job? Were you driving trailers, forest trailers, with the chopper next to you, or? Ooh, slow down, Argsy. I wonder if these use the mud mod, if you had mud mod turned on. Yep, carry on this way. You're logging in, you're on. Cool. Let me know how you get on. If you get back in, we'll jump back over. You watched my video, I wasn't playing at the time. Now that I'm playing, it would be good to use it from the beginning. I'll find it. See you Saturday for login link. Awesome. Yeah. If you any difficulties finding it or any issues installing it, I've been meaning to do an updated video to show off all the updated features since I last did a video on it. So just got to find the time. Alright, there we go. I can see the field now. This is just so different to when I last played on it because all of these fields were all merged into one, but also very, very familiar, which is cool. I like it. I'm gonna give way here. Better wait. Oh, goodness. Steady on, mate. Whoa. Okay. He's just going. Cheers, Jake. Thanks for hanging, mate. Catch you again soon. Had a good laugh on Monday night. There was quite a lot on the server. That's cool, man. Awesome to hear that. The mad mud mod. So I must admit, I have not used this Bailey yet. Oh, it's impressive. Well, impressive. It's an interesting looking wrapping deck on the back there. Remind me, it's not a fast bale though, is it? So I'll have to stop and wait. Driving trailer next to the chopper. Cool. I follow the Facebook group called New Zealand Farming, and there's often ads posted for overseas workers, and honestly, some of the jobs over in Aussie and that sort of thing, like it's been tempting. It's been tempting. And Mrs. Argsy, what do you think to going and living in Aussie for 3 months? You can work remotely, I'm sure. Give the boys an experience. I'll go and drive a big tractor somewhere. Ended up doing a lot of rake driving. You wrote something in there and all that popped up on here was a face. Autospell does that sometimes. Does it autospell? I wondered if it was to do with the... Because I sometimes end up typing a whole lot, but I'm typing it in the emoji search bar rather than in the message chat. It could have been that too. I can't pick that up off there. Oh well. Tell you what, I'm pleased I brought the 900 down. That smaller Fent might have struggled up these hills. How would your idea of a Kiwi farm go, Argsy? Oops. Well, I'd go straight, so I picked up all the crop rather than missing it. Whole map of grass, cows, and 6 billion sheep. We've talked about the maps before, actually. It's difficult. Like a Kiwi maps, I've spent a lot of time thinking about Kiwi maps, James, and I actually think they are quite difficult because there's so much variance across our country in such a short amount of space to actually try and capture the essence of a Kiwi map. Like you think America, you think Midwest farming, right? So while it's different, it's also a lot of similarities to it. You know, you think of the UK and the general feel like it is a lot of the UK is the same, but New Zealand's just so varied. You know, high country stations, you know, you get the Canterbury Plains, which are just big, open, arable, what was predominantly arable land, which is now being taken over by dairy farms and irrigation and things like that. But you know, even where we are in the Manawatu is, you know, a vast mix of different type of farms. But yeah, I don't know I honestly don't know what would make the ideal New Zealand map. It might be a suite of maps and you do one for each part. Don't know. Do you have to be a patron to join? Not at all, Seraph. No, open to anyone. I deliberately did that with my servers. I'd rather they were populated and people were enjoying playing with them, and the majority of the community are mature, responsible people. So we've never ever had a issue with server vandalism, for want of a better description. People coming in and being stupid. Apart from Chinook, he does that quite often, but as he pays for one of the servers, it doesn't count quite the same. So yeah, open to anyone. Get in there. Someone would need to make a Velcro glove mod for moving sheep. Do you know, I laughed actually with that animal cane. I was like, I wonder what inappropriate ways you could make that work by one. Yeah, but believe in me, convinced the wife to move to Aussie with 2 years ago. It's a bit harder when I own a business. But harder when you've got your own business to think about as well. And people you employ who rely on you to give them a income stream. But But 3 months. 3 months could be 3 months. So much farm work here in WA. I can imagine. The farm I saw advertising yesterday was in Runyip, which is in Victoria, about a 4-hour drive from Melbourne. So still pretty accessible, not out in the remote wild wilderness. I'm sure if Jason's here, I'm sure if I said to Jason, you find me a couple of months work with some of your customers or something. Gosh, I could probably even go and work in a John Deere dealership. What do you reckon, Jason? You know, someone working in Oz, I've got a job with the contractor that he worked for this season when you get your restricted. Nice. Good work, Alex. Couldn't play with seasons, no work would get with it done with all the rain. True. New Zealand met with seasons. Feels like that at the moment. Mostly worked on medium-sized dairy farms, George, and every farm's a little different. A lot of it depends on land. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Is this contract actually a harvest and bale one? Harvest of soybeans? No. No, it's just harvesting. I was just looking at why it was only 80% complete, but I'm assuming that's because Toiber hasn't delivered hasn't got to the sell point yet. Oh, he's just up there now. Well, good thing we jumped over here because it sounds like they still haven't got the server sorted. New Zealand is big enough to warrant making 4x or 16x maps. So Anzac had actually looked at a region in the New Zealand which a 16x map or an 8 kilometre by 8 kilometre map would actually cover a good chunk of the region, which is pretty cool. There isn't much of anything around in terms of high country maps on Xbox, no. The problem with high country type maps, Alex, is what do you do on them? Like, you can't have a whole lot of arable land. Like the one map that's been done really well, I think, with lots of real sort of almost New Zealandish high country is the is Renabu. There you go. I'll mute myself so those guys can have their conversation. Renabu, I reckon, would be one of the closest ones to actually having a true high country type map. Isn't there a cattle farm in Aussie, New Zealand, seriously, that's maybe bigger? Probably, James. Probably. Good chance. Hey, David. How you doing, mate? Good evening, my friend. There are some super large cattle stations, though. Absolutely there is. Hey, DJ. How are you, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Oh, there we go. Contract's finished now, so Must have delivered what we needs to be delivered, but we need to get these bales off first. What's happening, Mr. Goham? Nice to see a little look there at FS23. That's very cool. And what did you think? How'd you find it so far? You go find 2 or 3 without trying within 10k radius of each other. Crazy, eh? Could be WA, yeah, probably WA as well. Get to work, DJ. Oh, Yos, get out of here. Don't you be telling the Argsy Gaming fans what they should or shouldn't be doing. Come on. Urin's jumping ship. Urin, you've jumped ship. You're up late. So when you say you're up late, what time are you up till? 9 instead of 8? What's her name? Oh, it's a bit personal, Yos. Oh, Steel Horse is coming too. It's not very doable, but it'd be cool. I agree, it'd be cool, but be practical about it. Hey, Nismo, how you doing, mate? It started raining this afternoon about 3, but not too bad at all. We can handle a little bit of rain. Anna Creek Station is the biggest in South Australia. It's 23,000 square kilometres. Can you make that into a map? Tough to make money without mods. Right, first question. Can you sell fields? Once you've bought a field, can you resell it? I figured that'd probably be one of the biggest issues on, well, not biggest issues, but the biggest difference on 23 is the inability to manipulate things, should I say. No selling fields again. Is there an option when you start the start on what fields you start with? Can you choose farms? That's the one thing that annoyed me with playing 20. I'm sure I'll find all this out soon. Soon enough. Only, what is it, 20 days? 20 days to the release of 23. You just googled it, George. Well, that's one way to find out, isn't it? Come on. Took them a week to move fields, move across the farm. That's silly, isn't it? Alright. I know I shouldn't be turning around on the roads, but I've got to make do with what I was given. I'm sure if Hatoiba knew he was going to get raided by a stream, he would have cut a headland rather than turning around like that. Boomstam, Holland, say hello, Aussies. Well, hello. Kiwis as well, Boomstam. Kiwis as well. Maybe just like a map, if part high country and then plains like WoW does that quite well. Plains then into straight into high country. Interesting. Yeah, but I don't think they have exactly great soil. No, they don't. That's true. That's true. Only new farmer mode. Have to actually in the yeah. I'm calling it episode 2. DJ Rage Quits FS23. You're already cheating. Farm some YouTuber rages over new game. Welcome back, Ghetto. Bacon and sausages. See, a lot happens when you're eating bacon and sausages. Server issues. Server just froze on us, and it's we couldn't reconnect they're trying to reboot it and get it restarted. But in the meantime, I have jumped over onto the Valley of the Old Farm server, which is very generously provided by Legion as another community server. So I thought, why not take the chance to show this one off while we're waiting to see if we get West Aussie back up and going. I've been to Anna Creek Station twice, no intention of going there again. And the largest sheep station is Rylina Station in South Australia near the WA border. So some of the largest farms in Aussie are actually in SA, eh? South Australia. Oh, lower that pickup, Argsy. Is there a grain sale point? Buy and sell grain can make money that way. No buy points, it's just it literally just farms them. You can sell stuff you make and that's it. Then buy stuff to make it with, but that's it. Oh, funny. Don't know where it'd be best, that's the best example. I'm sure we can come up with some ideas, Alex. All the reasons you like the plug and play aspect of the PS5. I agree. There is some beauty to plug and play devices, isn't there? George asking, I'm enjoying the Traveller's Tale. It's the first series of yours I've been watching and watched all the episodes today. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. It's a little bit of a outside my comfort zone, but something I've been wanting to try for some time now, so I'm excited to see how it goes and see where it ends up. Kind of, I've got a general overview story plan in my mind, so I don't want to give too much away, but it should be fun. Should be fun. It's actually fun involving Mrs. Argsy as well, and getting her take on the story. There's a couple of things I've had to change. I said to her the other day, I was like, oh, this is where I'm heading with this. She's like, no, I don't want to be like that. No, that's not me. Get out. So, it's a bit of a challenge. Elsinore's up in 3 hours and you haven't been to sleep yet. Good luck with the server and have a great rest of the stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate you tuning in, hanging out. I hope you got your issues sorted. I saw on FSG's server. Oh, we had to drop that one off before it will check the next one. I saw on FSG's Discord you were having some issues, so I hope you got those sorted. Off now, have a nice stream, send the mix down to Edgewater whenever it's sweet. Will do. Thanks, dude. Have a good one yourself. Right. Drop Steel Horse that bale before he goes too far. Oh, he's gone too far, and I'm driving the wrong way. You like it too, Dan's up, you know what creek at the moment. Dan is in a little bit of trouble. It's hilarious how the guy's so kind and always trying to do the right, but manages to mess things up. Human nature. Cheers, Alex. Better than Shorty, question mark. Well, it depends if I'm going to start repeating the same storyline in 100 episodes. Then you can make your mind up. I don't know what's happening with the bales steel. Legion, what are we doing? What are we doing with the bales? That's all we might know. Alright. Bring them to the farm storage. There you go. Farm storage steel. I love that trailer in FS19. The old Old farm trailer, so similar to the one we had on the farm. Pretty cool. Back it around. Anyone here a Minecraft fan as well? I cannot play Minecraft. I cannot for the life of me get into it. My boys love it. They played it heaps and then they got out of it and now they've got back into it again. But I just can't. I thought I would. I thought because, you know, being an architect and that, I thought I'd enjoy the creativity side of it, but no, just doesn't do it for me. Gone through the Minecraft stages, but haven't played it in a few years. Alright. Just about done. Played Minecraft hardcore for 5 years. How could we get that into Farm Sim? As in 5 years of hardcore Minecraft, like you die, you're landed, your world's gone type hardcore. That sounds pretty impressive. Is the Zell's planter going to be available on FS20? Not that I know of, Ghetto Pirate. Not that I know of. Be cool if it was. It'd be perfect on West Aussie. But no, I haven't seen any intention or... I mean, the original mod of who made it for 17, and then it was a bit of a lazy convert for 19, to be honest. The Forward Ag guys were going to have a look at making it for 22, but they've kind of gone a little bit underground. Yeah, once you die, that's it, your world gets deleted. I could never imagine doing something like that for that long. It would be like, I wonder how you could do it for 5 years. Like, would you transfer maps? I don't know. Alright, gives that a folder. Looks like we're done. Right. What is the plan now? Stands? We've got that heading out that way. Let's have a look. Everything that we own looks like it's growing. Right. I wonder. Right. Where's the admin password? There it is. I can log in. I have the admin password for the server. There we go. Right, who wants privileges? Toyber's got them all, I've got them all. Yarn. I can make him a farm manager, might make it even easier. And Steel Horse. Now how much time are you going to spend on here, Steel? We'll just give you some of the basic ones. Not that one. There we go. That'll work for now anyhow. Right. So that's that all done. So I don't know what the plan, what anyone's going to be doing now. Oops, I've lost my window. Come back, chat. Come back. The Zealous should be too big for even for the WA map. The thing I didn't like with the Zels was the way it folded in 19. Just folded up like a big winged beast. It was still a pretty cool planter. It's cool to use. I loved how it towed the 2 air cars. That was the most impressive part. It was a lot of fun to operate. He didn't even die doing something epic. I think he was killed in the end by a baby zombie. Just didn't see coming. Is that right? Oh no, could you imagine? Where are we going? 53. What's at 53? Oh, okay. Picked up a contract on it. Let me go on American farmlands. Would that be big enough to warrant it? Alright. Oh, hang on. Stop. I can see a pressure washer. We'll do the right thing. Why can't I open? What? Is it an invisible pressure washer? Oh, there. Gotta go on the door. Your dog's full sleep talking at your feet, George. Funny. Is that a beat contract? It better not be a beat contract. A talking dog. And it's doing it in his sleep. He's probably like, I've been talking for years, my owner doesn't know it, and then he gets caught out by talking in his sleep. Made 4 huge fields on American farmlands. It's big enough. Impressive. Alright, well. Here we go. Look at that. Clean as a whistle. Still need. Oh, I need it. Ah. Okay. Well, it's clean in here. I'll bring it down. This is such a cool track. Little bounces and bumps. It's quite impressive actually in first person. Pretty cool. Wife brought you a joystick for farm sim. Should arrive in the mail tomorrow. You're so excited. Nice. It's a big game changer, George. I've got my 2. I've got the dual thrustmasters, lefty and righty, sitting here. Nah, handy, super fun. Which sort of joystick did she get you? I was fortunate. Oh, that's where the cows are. That's why I couldn't see them, because they're down here in this pasture. That's right. Oh, I love that pasture too with the underpass. It's pretty cool. What map am I on at the moment? This is the Valley of the Old Farm, Ghetto Pirate. This is a recently released map from Black Sheep Modding. And we had a server on this map in FS19, and it was a very, very popular, well-loved, well-frequented server. So Legion, who was heavily involved in that one, has set one up here for us again. So that's pretty cool. Thrustmaster 16,000, any tips for setting it up? Nah, just have a play around with it. Just figure out your preferences. Depends what you're going to be using it for, whether you're using it for loader work or excavators or things like that. I've gone past the field entrance. I thought I might have. Don't mind me. No, just have a play around with it. Mine was a bit different to set up because of the twin one, so I actually went through the can't remember whether I used the caterpillar settings or something else. Although you said you need this down here. How am I meant to bale this? No soy straw. You lead me astray. Lead me astray. Oh, yeah. Old man in there. Everyone was looking for Santa Claus. That's where he is. Ah, there we go. Now he's got it. Now he's got it. He's figured it out. He'd say UK map would be close to any New Zealand map to farm some, at least with the way. I agree. A lot of I've always thought that. The oaks and Valley Spring and that, apart from possibly the lanes and the hedges, although I suppose we do get a lot of hedges in some areas of the country, but definitely the lanes and that might be a little bit narrower than what we used to. There are some similarities. Using it for front loaders mostly. Yeah, so just honestly just go and figure out, just set up one axis. So if you want to raise and lower, just figure out which one's right, save the controls, go out, make sure it works. Then come back in, do it again. I reckon that's the best thing to do. What do I think the bonus pack will consist of for year 2 pass? I would not have a clue. I haven't even looked again at what the codes are. So I was chatting to DJ actually the other day after last week's stream, and it was June last year that the Kubota DLC came out, because it came out just before FarmCon, and FarmCon was when they talked about the pumps and hoses and also the year 2 Platinum expansion, so Silver Run Forest, and that was when we first saw the map. So I mean, but by then we'd also already had the Antonio Carrera pack and Vermeer. Did Vermeer come before Kubota, or did Vermeer, can't remember the timing now, I think Vermeer might have been just after FarmCon. So we're still a long way away, actually. That's okay. We're still a long way away actually from having anywhere near the amount of info we had probably at this time last year. Right, let's see. Carry on. Good thing about this baler actually is being able to hold on to that bale, so I didn't drop it on the headlands. Wouldn't have got in the way of Yoran. Well, Kubota was before Vermeer, wasn't it? I was just trying to figure the timing out. Antonio Carrera was the first paid DLC. First part of the year 1 pass. Server is fixed, according to Chinook. Alright. Got to start the whole harvest, so we're back to square one with the cotton. No equipment, no harvest or anything, so. Very limited DLC packs early days of 22. Yeah, so let's have a look. That's while we're doing this. I'm intrigued now. You've got me thinking. DLC. Year 2 season pass. So, Pack 2 mid-2023 and Pack 3 mid-2023. One is Machines to Rule the Mountains. Whatever that might be. And pack 3 is the bonus pack. And then pack 4, equipment to improve productivity. So it shows a shovel. And then obviously the big expansion, new map, lush with exciting crops. So I'm assuming by the time we get to, by the time FarmCon's been and gone, and well, 2 months pretty much to the date, we'll know a whole lot more. We can drop that off there because Steel Horse is right behind us. Yeah, so who knows? Like a bonus pack just sounds interesting, doesn't it? It's like we know what we're doing, but we don't have a way to package it in a way that says it's going to be exciting. Tempted to set up the joystick up and down as throttle and brakes like all those new CVT. The only difference with those CVT tractors, George, is that they, when you move the throttle and brake forward, they hold their position, whereas these joysticks will return to neutral. So your best bet for something like that would be a flight sim throttle. But the joystick has a nice little throttle box on the bottom of it, which you could set up, and it's similar, and treat that as a similar sort of CVT. So I'm moving, that's me moving that up and down, and it's pinged to changing the view angle, which is a little bit frustrating. But so if everyone have a good day or evening, whatever it is for you. I'm off to bed as it's getting early, and I have to be back up and at work for another day in the grind. Well, appreciate you hanging out. Nice to have your company for me this evening. Hope you've enjoyed things, and hopefully catch you all again soon. Logging League on Sunday, of course, is our next live stream, and then we'll be back possibly harvesting cotton next week. Hey Michael, how you doing? Good to see you. Didn't buy the new Season 2 pass. Maybe I'll buy something if they drop something new like Silver Run. Well, I think they're going to be hard pressed to not do something like Silver Run. I mean, they've set an expectation there, really, haven't they? That was close. And new crop, so carrots. So there's been a bit of speculation about areas or parts of the world which grow a lot of carrots or anything. So we'll wait and see. Isn't it funny? 4 bits of equipment work in this small field. I'm not used to these combines and harvesters and things going slow after West Aussie either. 65 degrees at 5:39 AM. It's not bad, Michael. Not bad. We've had some warm weather the last few days for autumn. Talking Celsius and that, but 20s. In the 20s. Hey Zach, good morning to you, my friend. Welcome along. Good to have you here. Make sure if you've only just joined in or tuning in for the first time today that you do leave me a thumbs up if you're enjoying things. If you like the channel and like the content we provide, do make sure you've hit the thumbs up button and leave me that like. I'd really appreciate it. Right. Fuss farms, you're making your feelings known about Minecraft, eh? Hive 87. That's getting pretty warm for you guys, isn't it? Crazy how the length of this baler just about doubles from what it is from the actual baler body. Actually thinking about it, it's quite weird how the wheels are so far back. Must put a lot of weight through the drawbar with that position. Off to farm pigs in Nepal. If he's 22 for the old fellas. Wish you could join online. A city worker cut out fibre cable and the internet is down at the house today. So frustrating. Oh, darn it. Nothing worse than having no internet. The guy still can drive between the two. Is he going to do it? Ah, I set it up for you to go between them still. In Texas. Yeah, that makes a bit of sense. Snapped a drawbar on a tractor once. It was pretty scary. Scariest thing I did was I had the steering linkage break on the front of the tractor when I was trying to load bales. Blocking up the tractor's radiator. Ah, it looks alright to me. What are you talking about? Tell that combine driver to go faster. Hey Crofty, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for that little video you shared the other day, that Thrustmaster controller. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Can see some real potential for something like that in Farm Sim. Let's see if I can get my hands on one. Give it a try. Like Yoram was just testing to see if I was paying attention then, I reckon. A little patch in there. Oh, it's sunlight. Like, what is that little patch? It's the sunlight coming through the trees. Hey, Ben Crofty, you alright, mate? Haha. Hadn't seen a wee accident, a little Kubota ride on towing a trailer on a golf course, so I had turf tyres and the wheels slipped on the wet grass and pulled you off a cliff. Ah, nasty. Nasty. Alright. Some complaining Nancy's in my ear saying I'm missing too much. Go and tidy it up for them. Every bit of straw. Oh, is that a piece of straw? It did. Why did it not pick that bit up? There we go. It's pretty sick. The Forza Horizon crew are going pretty mad for it. All good, bro. No worries. Yeah, cool. Never nice when it slides and you... I had an experience driving a ute and I was heading on an angle to cut some animals off at the gate, and I got to the gate first, so I won the race. But I also happened to be going at an angle to a ditch and hit the brakes, and suddenly the ute was going straight, and that was when I first learnt as about a 12 or 13 year old why you brake on the straight before it's too late, and what happens when you lock up your front wheels and you're trying to turn at the same time. Better there than on the road. Completely destroyed the 18th green as well due to a hydraulic line with a split and it sprayed the whole area with flood. I mean, is it really your fault? Dead straight lines of grass. It's impressive. Callum, how are you? You've had a terrible week, mate. How's the recovery? You were in surgery last time we saw you, talked to you. Didn't stop until you started tasting it. Whoopie days. Oh, little cheap ale. G'day, Black Book, how are you? Disconcerting when the bale's in your trailer before it leaves my baler on stream. It's true. The timing of it all. Look at that, Aaron's judged it to perfection. Is there enough for one more? I reckon. Ooh, it's gonna be pretty close. Oh no, I killed it too soon for you, Yoren. I spoke too soon. Once I'd been driving next to the forage for about 17 hours straight doing grass silage on the last load of the night. After unloading, I forgot to put your trailer. Oh no. I've heard of stories like that before. Drove about 10 k's down the road taking off all the tree branches above me before I lost one done. Lucky no had power lines. Very fortunate. That would make you a very unpopular tractor driver. Both for your boss and for people living in the area. Multitasking, watching the wrong screen can be a complete game changer. You're very, 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 very sore, Callum. Oh, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Right. See. Wiggle our way around and get these last pieces so I don't get any abuse for missing some. Out of 10, it's a 7 out of 12. So what is it? Is it out of 10 or out of 12? Or are you saying, or was it, or is that a 7.5? Oh, right, done. Still looks like it needs a push. That's a nice patient operator there waiting for us. Alright, hazards on. Hey. Still needs to push up the hill. Alright. And there we go. I'm going to get this parked up. Am I going to wash it twice? Oh, I don't know. Dirty? Ah, it's clean enough. It doesn't need a wash. And pretty cool how it's got the top linkage hooked up like that. It's very neat. I always like this yard. It's such a nice yard. Nicely done, farm. The new Fent farms, Fent balers are awesome. Yeah, so this is honestly the first time I've used it, George. It is very cool. Back, squeezer in there. Boom. Happy days. Carolyn Roden grants you 50% discount for future field purchases. That's interesting. So that's, I read about that today actually. It's obviously something new with this map. Finishing that contract. But I don't understand exactly how it works. Is that only hers? Is it only buying her fields? Carolyn, oh, so 15% off hers, 20% off that one, 10. Ah. I'm trying to see if there's any we haven't done a contract, any owners we haven't done a contract for yet. 25% discount. Can't find anyone. That's pretty cool. Yeah. There we go. It's nice to see the combine, the contract combine urine just washed. Bigger good discount for more contracts. Oh, part of the bit of contracts mod. Ah. Oh, very good. Right. Well, I reckon a little bit unexpected ending to the stream here on getting on the Valley of the Old Farm, but nice to be able to make an appearance and have a play around on this one. Like I said, we had a lot of fun on this in 19, so it's great to sit back, and it is great to be able to get back on here and have a bit of a play. You look at icon above contracts, it shows all the options. Contracts up in here. Oh, the contract settings, right. Sorry, I see. Concurrent active permissions, active blah 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 blah. Discount poop. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Didn't know that. Active all active contracts must. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. There we go. Lots to know. Courseplay telling you you've got an hour left on the biggest field on the map. Don't know if you want to stay up for it. Fair enough too, George. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. It's funny actually when we were doing Chilliwack the other day and I did it on the live stream, I thought when we finished I didn't have much to go on, and then it took me another hour to finish the rest of the field. So it can take you a lot longer to do than you think. But there we go. I think that is going to be a perfect space to wrap things up. No menu on, lock your computer and go to bed. Oh, with George, yeah, exactly. Anyhow, before we go, I've been playing that on my monitor instead of on there. But there we go. Logging League is this weekend, Saturday the 6th of May, 3 PM Central Standard Time and 9 PM UK time, and of course 8 AM for me here in New Zealand and everyone else who's tuning in from this part of the world, 6 AM Australian time. Round 4, so we only have this round and one more round before we will know our rankings for where all our teams end up, all our players end up, and they will have a very clear path to the finals. And we will have that for the weekend, exactly how the finals will be structured. So I'm looking forward to bringing that all to you and seeing where we end up. A bit of fun. Anyhow, happy days. Thanks for sticking with me while we joggled our way through the servers, while we had the fun getting onto the server to start with, and then obviously had the fun midway through and we ended up stopping. But I'm pleased we were able to stop over and get on here and have some fun. So, take care everyone. Thank you Chinook for the gift of memberships, and thank you Chinook for providing the server there for West Aussie, and to Legion, thank you very much for setting up this server for the community to be able to use. It's very much appreciated. So if you see Legion around, if you jump on and play with them, make sure you do say thank you for providing the servers. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Appreciate you all for watching. Wish you all a great, Wednesday, great Wednesday, great rest of your week, and hopefully can catch up with you, a lot of you, on the weekend for the Logging League. Anyhow, I'm out. Take care. See you again soon. Bye.